just to explain the place that you've seen. It's called Gobeklitepe. And let's go back a little bit. I told the story about Abraham's cave. Now, according to the Quran, I'm not sure about the Bible, according to the Quran, Abraham did indeed go about breaking down the gods that Nimrod had in place and destroying statues and created a bit of a problem in this town. So naturally, if you create a problem, there's going to be consequences. So according to the Quran, Abraham was thrown into a fire from a hilltop and was killed. But during that process, the fire changed into a lake, and the embers of the fire turned into fish. So this area here that you've just seen is based around that story of the death of Abraham. So it's again just, oh God, I'm not going to say wow again, but yes, I'm going to. Wow. I just keep going across places or coming across places, and it's captivating. It's kind of like a fantasy land. So I'm off to get myself an ice cream, a well-deserved ice cream, and just taking a few moments under the shade of the trees, and I just wonder what I'm going to stumble across next. Well, this is one of the big reasons that I came here. I've read so much about this archaeological site, and I am just aghast. So this is Gobeklitepe, and it dates back some 9,800 to around about 8,800 BC, and it really turned archaeological thought upside down. To give it some context, the pyramids were around about 2,500 BC. If we look at Stonehenge, that was between 2,000 and 3,000 BC. What was the fascinating thing was that this is some sort of, suggesting a ritual site, some sort of spiritual site. As you can see, some of the stones have carvings on them of animals, and it doesn't appear to have been a burial site. It certainly wasn't a site that people lived in. It predated the agrarian revolution. So, the suggestion is that these sites emerged after crops and animals were domesticated. But this one appears to have happened before that. But then there's other theories that suggest that no, perhaps there was some cropping in the area. So it is fascinating. These guys are incredibly fast. They wanted me to get the camera out and just take a shot. Look at the speed. And then, oh, a showman. Yeah. Let's watch this guy again. He's going to do it again. Here we go. Whoa! Straight out of the oven. Just entered this shop and it is full of kind of spices, and it's got coffee. All these things which are amazingly sweet. And this is the first stage that the I think it's tomato and there's capsicum. They dry them and then grind them up, and they tend to add chili with them. The guy's just been giving me tasters, and one of them he said is very hot, and I took oh, that's okay. It kind of hits you a little bit later, but really cool. There's the guy there and his assistant. So that was quite a nice experience. Well, this is my last night in Sanliurfa, and I feel like I need to do a little bit of a postscript for the end of this video clip. I feel a sense of sadness leaving this town, and just been thinking about why that is. And the further east I've gone, and this town kind of typifies it, is the kind of turkey I've been looking for. It's the turkey that I've seen photographs of. It's the turkey that I've read stories about, and it's quite a distance from those seaside towns, and it's just so authentic. The town itself is predominantly Kurdish actually. I didn't find that out until last night when I was talking to a guy that was at the same hotel, and it's about 80% Kurdish, which is interesting. I wouldn't have guessed that. So we've got Kurds in this town, obviously. We've got Turks and also Arabs, and that blend seems to just add to the diversity of the town. So I've really enjoyed my stay here, and I kind of want to come back, to be honest. The people have been outstandingly friendly. Really, just even going in to buy a bottle of water, and then you go back to the same shop again, and you get this wonderful greeting and this discussion that happens. And I went to the post office today, and the security guard came up to me and brought me a cup of tea. And they spoke really good English in there, and we did what we had to do, and but just so friendly. Staff came over and spoke and wanted to know. I was at a bazaar, and I'm a little bit careful with the camera. I don't want to invade people's privacy. But I was watching these guys making kind of a flat bread, sort of, almost like a roti. I don't know what it's called. And I watched them earlier in the morning prior to that, also doing a different type of bread. So they must have sort of spotted me coming back. And then I get a friendly wave, a smile. And then they indicate, get the camera out. So I took a video clip, and one of the young guys put on a show, He was twirling the bread, and you've seen that already. So, this spontaneity, and it keeps happening in this town. There's a very peaceful park by the Pools of Abraham, and it's just a really quiet place to go and sit, and I've sort of found myself drawn back there. But, for me, the reason I came here was Gobeklitepe, and the archaeological site that just astounded the archaeologists of the world, with its age and the fact that it was a sort of a ritualistic type site, which tended to occur after cropping, not before.
So yeah, it's still debatable when cropping really did start, but yeah, but it was certainly in the pre-pottery Neolithic period, and pottery tended to indicate that we were cropping by then, and that there was specialization occurring. So it was certainly before that. So yeah, but that was a real highlight. And again, I met a couple of guys from Malaysia. One studying over here. He speaks Turkish. We hung out for the day. We went to the National Museum together, and again, just kind of happens, and that's what I love about traveling. So yeah, I do leave this town with quite a lot of sadness actually. But I'm looking forward to heading to my next town, which I don't think I've hinted at yet, but I'll wait to, for the next video for that one. But that's a special town as well. So yeah, keep on going east. Okay, catch you later. Bye bye. Oh, one thing I forgot to say. So it's a PPS 2,227 kilometres in 18 days. Not that it's a race, it certainly isn't a race. And I've stayed in 6 major towns or cities, and I've obviously visited a few others on the outskirts. So yeah, I had to check that out. So some more Ks tomorrow. This time it really is goodbye. Goodbye.